252 back in the public eye. We're public.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Everyone can
Can't show
see
my
us.
privates, gotta show my publics.
Oh, okay.
Showing my Publix. That's your
That's what the name of the store means.
Yep.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Because you got your privates, then you got your publics, which means like every part of you that's gross, but that you're allowed to show.
Mm-hmm.
Like your bare feet, or like the inside of your thighs, or like the bottom of your butt. That's your publics.
That's a pretty good word for it. It's like your unmentionables, but it's your mentionables.
Yeah, you're mentionable.
All right,
I gotta mention them all the time.
Don't fucking say it like Lou.
Those are your other clothes.
Oh, your mentionables. Someone's got to, because I don't think he can talk anymore.
Oh, sorry,
That's true.
I can't get those.
We were watching some of those yesterday. He's been sick for like a month. He got COVID and
Yeah.
he coughed so hard that he bruised his ribs and threw his back out. And he's just
Yeah.
been fucked up on painkillers and muscle relaxers in bed for like a month.
But
And he
he's
uploaded
still
a video that
making
was
videos.
it was pictures of carpets, and the title of the video was "Colorful Carpets," and it was just a slideshow of carpets, and not
They
like
were kind of colorful.
yeah, they were like they had colors on them. But I wonder what happens if you just Google "colorful carpets."
It's like a video you would make if you could get drunk, like the pink elephant drunk from Dumbo.
It feels like it feels like the very first YouTube video that someone made, like in 2006. Like
Yeah.
here's
Like, it's
here's
just
the
pictures
slide-
that they have to
yeah.
It's a slideshow of
like
my
a,
pictures.
It's like a class, like a high school
test
class.
video.
Like, yeah, make a YouTube video, and you're like, well, here's some colorful carpets that I've
Yes.
had.
Waking up at 6:40 for your 8 a.m.
Yeah.
class with something due.
Just
Fuck.
the worst homework assignment you had to do back in.
Did you guys ever bang
2006.
something out like within like 40 minutes like that? And
Every
pass?
day. Every day of my life. That's why I'm still in school, because that's all I ever did.
I would do the worst where I would panic wake up at like 4 a.m. before class and remember I had it due, which is still like I guess lucky.
Yeah.
That was just a fucking hit the coffee, let's go.
I would just use ChatGPT.
It sucked back
In grade
then.
school, I lived 4 houses down from my school. So like I could just sprint
Oh, yeah,
if
you
I
were
needed
golden.
to. The one time I got to school,
I was even closer.
forgot that I needed to do something, and then like I ran back and then ran back home, grabbed a bunch of supplies, and then ran back to school and like made like a model of something.
Yeah, see, dude, you were basically homeschooled too.
Did people see you out the window?
No, because like I would get there like before school started, and then I just like be like, oh fuck, and I just go sprint home and get whatever I needed done.
Because when you live close to the school, you're sort of conspicuous. Like, I
Yeah.
remember there was a girl who lived like 3 houses down from my school. And when
Mhm.
I would get driven in, because it was on the way to my dad's work, everybody would see her. Like, that's the
Mhm.
only person, like, every car coming in just sees that person on the side of the road. It seems kind of like you kind of get singled out. You're like, hey, it's like that person, the one person walking. There they are.
I mean, it was a K through 8, so like there was a lot of people like that walked to school because they all lived kind of in the area. And not we were
No
like,
cars.
the people who lived close. Yeah, the people who lived closer were they were the conspicuous ones. Him and another guy, they skipped school in like I think it was 7th or 8th grade, and their version of skipping school was like taking the bus. Like the one kid took the bus to school. I think it was 8th grade because I was on the bus this year, and the other kid walked to school, and then they went back to his house and then hid in the basement, like
Till the
for
parents
half
went to
the
work or
day.
whatever.
Yeah, so like the parents left for work, and then they went back to his house, hid in the basement, and then of course they didn't show up for school, and so the school calls the parents like, "Hey, like your kids aren't here," and the parents are like, "They got on the bus, and then we watched them walk to school," and then they're like, "Oh fuck, where are they?" And so like the parents come home, and the kids are like hiding in the garage at this point. And like by this time, everybody knows about it in the school, and we were on the very top level of the school, and so we're all just like laughing about it because these two kids are just morons. And we can see this kid's house from our classroom, and we see one of the kids get onto the roof of the garage connected to the house, and then jump off and get chased by one of the parents, and then they like get caught, and then you just watch them both walking back to school. Like, this,
Oh my
perfect
God.
We're
walk
running with a big fucking net.
yeah, from the house back to school, and this is like 11:30. So like they barely missed any school, and they still have to
God.
like come back and like get yelled at, get detention, and then like just slink back to class where everybody just watched them like fail to hide from their parents.
Nothing's that great to stay at home anyway. Like, just go to
No,
school.
but like just take like pretend to be sick. It's very easy. Like why? Like you can't skip school at a Catholic school because they make it so difficult. If your parents don't call you in, they're like immediately calling your parents. Like the second it starts, like they're like, hey, you need to be here. Like you're paid, and then like your parents fucking pay for you to be there, so they're gonna get pissed off.
Yep.
It's not like public school where they just like sometimes it doesn't fucking matter.
What that
Sure.
kid should have done is jumped off the roof and then broken his legs.
Well,
Because then you would be sick and you would get to stay home. You would have to go to
He
the
didn't-
hospital
he
and
wasn't
get a
smart enough
cast,
to think
but
about
you
that.
would get to stay home for a few days. Yeah, that would have been smart if he did that. It's funny how you can like the school takes the kid on the bus and then brings him to school and then the kid
Mhm.
just leaves. It's like stealing a package.
yeah,
Like they drop it off and they take the picture and then just take the someone just runs in and takes the package. It's like, well, we did bring the kid to the doorstep of the school. We saw
Well, because
him
you got
there.
they get in, like we get what, because like I was on the bus and we would get on the bus like
Okay, BB.
yeah, sadly, that was 8th grade, like the 1 year, and I got on the fucking bus at like 6:20 in the morning. It was miserable, and school
Yeah, me
doesn't
too. It sucked.
Yeah.
It was like dark out half the year.
It was so dark. No matter what, summer or like fall, spring, it was always dark. But we were also the first like off the bus, so that was better. But we would get to school like 30 minutes before it started, and so we just would have to sit there. And like that kid got to school 30 minutes before it started. They get like you walk in, you have to get buzzed in, and like you're in the school. And then like you have to make that decision to leave the school because they already know you're there. There's only like 50, 60 kids in our grade. So like they know you. It's not like you can just like disappear and no one's going to pay attention.
You have to make a model of yourself, like the escape from Alcatraz.
Mm-hmm.
You have to use Play-Doh and like a modeling clay, and then you just you make a model of your head and your friend's head, and then you just have it sit there.
Mm-hmm. Or what you do is you take a little tiny rock hammer and you chisel under your seat a little tunnel and cover it up with a poster of a beautiful woman. And
You
then
get into the
eventually
school
one day
dungeon.
Covered up with
You
Cole
sneak
Campbell's
out.
booty poster.
If you go into the school dungeon, there's actually there's a sewer, there's a sump pump that you can dive into. You jump into it. It's a giant sump pump, and then it comes out at the waterfall.
Imagine moving Cole Campbell's like booty poster, and there's like he's trying to like carve out a wall, like a hole in
Yeah.
the
Glory
wall.
hole.
Yeah.
A glory hole that goes outside.
He's trying to escape. It goes into his mom's room.
It's just a hole in the wall that he pees into.
I'm gonna Twicko one day.
I hope it's not my mom on the other side.
He's actually adopted though, because he's like Sasquatch. He's found
He's
a
not
little weaved basket.
Yeah, he's not human.
Yeah. Fucking Cole.
I did the opposite thing of handing in work late
Mhm.
in high school. We had this infotech class, and my evil friend Alan, who I've talked about a few times, he did what Tom did and would like leave it to the last minute and lie about it having done. And he also lived just across the street from the school. And I forget like the exact like scenario around it, but he was like kicked out of the class for misbehave. Oh, it was because we'd play Unreal Tournament demo on the computers when we were done our work, and our teacher was cool with it. But he overclocked his school PC to be slightly better at Unreal Tournament, and it melted the CPU into the motherboard. So he got kicked out of the infotech class. But like we were learning how to do like basic HTML there, and so we had to, like the big final project was make a website. And he's like, well, I can just do it at home. I don't have to go into the class. But he was never going to fucking do it. And so I thought it would be funny to like make a really fake, shitty website on his behalf and then pretend that he gave it to me to hand in. So I did that like after school one day. I made it like a really shitty looking neon green and like a very like BMP artifact header logo that said like Alan's gaming website. And I put like a really bunch of like shitty clip art on it and then put it on a floppy disk and handed it in for him. And he was so confused about how he actually got a final project handed in.
You should have done "Hello, my future girlfriend." Just put his picture there. Use the same audio.
Meat spin, but it's his picture.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
you got
It's his
owned.
picture over both people and the penis.
All right, it's an A for the website, but however, this is not what we asked to make.
Did you know the "Hello, my future girlfriend" kid? He turned out to be gay.
Oh shit.
He was completely full of shit.
Hello, my
Oh,
future
he was. Yeah,
boyfriend.
he's lying. What
Yeah,
the
he was
fuck?
lying.
Capping.
He didn't even sound like that.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah, he was throwing his voice.
That would be cool to have Kid Blount TTS voice. Hello, my future viewers. This is what I sound like.
Hello, my current viewers.
Hello, my current viewers. I am now
Leaving a
on.
message like that on your girlfriend's voicemail, like, hello, my current girlfriend.
Having a magma flower TTS. Hi, baby girl.
Oh god.
Hi, Brianna.
Brianna.
Hello, my
Brianna.
future Brianna. I hope that kid's gay.
People were doing deviant arts of what they think Brianna looked like, and it just turned into like drawing like big breasted bootied goddesses. It's so, like awesome.
Yeah, like for him to talk like that, she must be the most beautiful woman.
Yeah.
That
Cult
guy
of
was gay for
Brianna.
women. That guy
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
oh, Brianna, my baby, who made that video. I'll try
He,
to put a
um,
clip of it in here, but
I love you more than there are grains of sand on every beach of every planet.
he was the original Joe Cat. He was gay for women.
He had a good attitude about it.
Yeah.
Like once it blew up, and then like, and I remember him doing like a bunch of like YouTube interviews and shit. And he was already
Mhm.
cringing about it like 2 years later. He's like, my god. He turned out pretty normal though. Last time I saw. That is
I
some
feel
shit
like-
though, where you're just like, motherfucker.
I feel like if you don't hear from those guys, if you don't hear from those guys like now, they turned out okay. Like, they just
Pretty
moved
much.
on. They're still
Gratata,
in the
the
news.
Gratata guy is still doing OnlyFans. Is the
Yeah,
ugliest thing
Forgot
Brian,
about
what?
him.
Did he get out of jail?
Brian Silva. Yeah, he's been out of jail.
Yeah, Brian Silva. That's right. Yeah, because I used to follow like up with him for a good amount of time, and then he just
Mhm.
then he went to
He
jail.
looked like
and then
the
just kind of,
alien
like-
from American Dad.
Yeah, and then like because I remember when he started his OnlyFans, and it was just most people like were like, I just kind of want to see like what this guy looks like naked. 'cause
I want to
it's
see him lay
It's
pipe.
creepy.
That foo-foo lame shit ain't with it. I sent some shots past your fitted. Gratata.
Mhm.
He was like a proto Island Boy. The Island
Yeah.
Boys really moved in on that niche. Oh, I was
Oh,
going to
God,
ask,
yeah, he's
do you
still
think
at
there's
it, man.
anyone on OnlyFans who's in prison and they're posting on a prison
Oh,
phone?
for sure.
Yeah,
Surely.
yes. I'm just gonna say
That would be
yes.
worth more money.
Mm-hmm. Authentic.
Yeah, it's authentic.
I think this guy's faking it where they're just in their garage and they're like, shit, I'm in prison. Here's my big cock. You can see the tennis ball hanging up on the string to show how far to pull their car up. Hey, what's that? It's my punching bag.
I thought that was a dog toy.
Did you guys ever have grandparents that used that? Where they put the tennis ball on the string?
Yeah.
It's such a old
Well,
person thing.
not grandparents, but I've seen it.
I don't think either of my grandparents had a garage, now that I think of it.
My
Sorry to
mom,
hear
my
that.
dad needed to install that in a garage for my mom because she always just like creeped up and then hit the shelf. Now it's like in front. She just pulled up too far every single time, so my dad set that up. And then when I was learning how to drive, I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of easy.
Yeah, my parents would put a trampoline at the end of the garage, so you would hit that and then go way backwards. Boing.
Rubber door.
Big,
Yeah.
A kid comes to play wall
Big
ball and
rubber
he throws
spring.
the ball at your door and it fucking shoots back and kills him. So
That'd
awesome.
be nice.
Ah, wall ball. Oh, remember we were talking about wall ball and how it kind of changes from region to region, the name
Mhm.
and stuff.
Yeah.
There was another thing that I was thinking of the other day, and I wanted to say it on the pod because more people would talk about it. When you would play like backyard, this might not apply to Aaron, 'cause I don't know how much you guys played like American football up there, like for just backyard football style.
Nerds played it in high school. We'd play like 500 where you toss the ball and catch it
Okay.
for points or whatever.
Well, when we play like just like 4-on-4 tackle or touch or whatever, you'd have the
Mhm.
ball set down on wherever last was obviously like the play stop, and unless you called it, you'd have to call a rule called no decorating, which means don't put a bunch of grass and shit on top of the ball while the other team's huddled talking about their play. And I talked about this a little bit, I think, just in like Discord, and there was people that were like, "We did that too," and they're not from like anywhere near me, and it's so weird. That's a weird thing. Where I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? Because that was never like an NFL rule or anything. It'd be stupid as fuck.
Mhm.
Pulling up the grass.
Yeah, we used to.
Yeah,
I
you
used
just pull
to-
up a little
we
bit
would
and
do
put it
that.
on top and shit.
Yeah,
and, like,
you just
make it-
like if they're like in a huddle and then you're on defense, you're just like, well, just stay in front of them. So you just like fuck with the ball, like
Yeah,
put a bunch of
you're just-
dirt on
It's
it.
basically out of boredom.
It would be cool to do that in the NFL. Get in trouble for pulling up the grass, like sitting cross-legged on the ground, just pulling up all the grass and making a dead patch.
Playing with dandelions.
They just fined Derek Carr last week. Did the Michael Jackson Fortnite dance. The little fucking like where he grabs the belt and like, which is funny. It's like a
You
white.
could get fined for that?
They fined him 14 grand for doing that,
Yeah,
bro.
they fine you a lot.
And now
Is it sexual?
this week though, at the New Orleans, it's still the Superdome, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's the Hyperdome. It's the Gigadome.
They played like 6 Michael Jackson songs during the game the other day, or something, just to troll the NFL back.
Did I see right that a Lions player like flipped off somebody after getting tackled or something this weekend?
I would have
I don't
missed
know.
that.
I'm sure it would have been like bigger news. I thought I saw a screenshot of it, but it could have been.
But like people
old
flipping
or
off is
something.
like, it's not that big a deal. Like
Yes,
so
it
you're
is.
allowed to do that, but you're not
And the
allowed
kids
to do
are
a cool
watching
little
that.
Fortnite dance.
It depends on
because like he was
how the
grabbing
ref
his crotch,
feels about it.
so
Really,
like yeah. And also they're not going to catch. Like they'll get fined later, but like I mean the ref if you don't catch it, like
apparently
someone,
it's just a ref that doesn't know what the Michael Jackson dance is. Because yeah, he just thought he was doing like a suck it, like dick grab
Yeah.
type move. I think because that you're not supposed to do like obscene gestures like that. But
it's
really
the
is-
it's the Key and Peele bit like sketch
Yeah.
where like he like humps twice in the air and then the ref's like looking down at his crotch to make sure he doesn't hump again because then it's like a flag.
Yeah, I guess that stuff is real.
bro,
Yeah.
the NFL now
It is real. It's great.
not to be one of those guys, but just there's a lot of like new rules in the league this year too, and even the refs are getting used to it, and it's been a shit show. Like I've never seen so many times where there's a flag call and the refs like go and confer, and then they're like, "There's no penalty on the play." And they pick it up. It's like, what the fuck? Just
My bad.
thanks for the commercials again.
We
Jesus
just need to
Christ!
take it long. We got told to take longer so we could have more commercials, more ad money.
I've been loving it though, and there's 2 fucking Monday night games tonight for some reason. It's probably getting
Yeah,
ready for
Buffalo
some
plays.
Bills,
European
yeah.
schedule.
It's because they usually do like that first week is like 2 Monday night games.
Oh yeah, I forgot this whole
But
season's
then-
fucked up. Preseason
Yeah.
was shorter.
Yeah, because now it's like what it was been last year was first 17 weeks, but yeah, so it's usually it's like the first or second week is like 2
We would have only been in
Monday
week
night
3
games.
normally if it was like last year's schedule.
What's the problem? Why'd they fuck it up?
One fewer preseason games. I think
Yeah,
they just want to
so
get.
they took
it's,
away
it's
a
all money.
preseason game and then added a regular season game.
Yeah,
Because nobody wanted the preseason games, which is also kind of funny though because everybody gets hurt because they like the
That's not funny.
preseason.
There's nothing funny about that.
Well,
Yeah.
it's I
Grow up.
So the preseason and the practices like used to be such a drain on a lot of the players, and so in the last agreement they were like, we want to like tone it down, less forced workouts, like less all
Yeah,
this shit.
fair enough.
And then, but also it's been a rise in injuries because no one seems to be ready for like football and like the preseason games. They're show like the first like 3-4 games of every season, like kind of like you're just learning how to play, which is what the preseason is supposed to be. But then people got hurt in the preseason, so starters don't want to play in the preseason. You don't want to play your starters, and then there's no like all year workouts, so people aren't necessarily in game shape and ready to go from like the start of training camp a month or 2 before the season starts. So we're in this weird little thing where it's like it's too much work, but then you kind of have to do all that work in order to like be game ready.
But like players weren't playing in week 4 anyways, right? It was just like they would
Not
they'd
week
rest
4.
everybody in week 4 and then they'd mainly play in week 3, but then this year they rested more people in week 3, so it kind of just did the same thing that was happening before, but with
No, so what a lot of times what happens, especially like depending on the team, but they would play like a quarter or like one game they'd play a whole half. Like 2 games usually they'd play a whole half, like game 2 and 3, get into the sync of it, play against like either their starting defense or their second team defense,
Or
get
the
a few
computer.
good drives, and or the computer. And then
Yes.
week 4 was like a lot of the guys who like are gonna get cut or like maybe on the edge, but they've now that like once you get paid and like you have a contract, like they don't want to risk themselves out there because there were guys that were dropping during preseason and that just sucks. Like
Yeah, like why are you even playing the campaign?
yeah, yeah,
Just go straight to multiplayer.
Yeah, you'd think, but
yeah. Y'all
So-
need a tutorial, really? This is your job.
it's just
Yeah.
like it's a weird, complicated thing, and like I mean, football is just stupid and brutal and violent, anyways. But
Yeah, it seems like it's just designed in a way that gives people injuries all the time.
well, yeah, kind of does, but
yeah.
You can't really completely eliminate it.
no, you definitely can't.
That's what sucks though. It's way more fun when everybody's healthy.
Yeah,
When the
that's
good
like you don't
players are
want to
healthy,
see.
especially.
Yeah, like you don't want to see. The
Tua
third
get
string.
Tua.
Yeah, Tua have another concussion, and they start Thompson, and then like he gets hurt, but like he's already sucks, and they're on their like third string QB, and like what do you do? Like you can't have like 2 starting caliber QBs, so you have to protect your one, and then when he's just like a guy whose brain's just completely rattled from before, well, as soon as one more big hit comes, then he's got to be sitting out for a while.
I saw a blind item that Travis Kelce's going to do an Aaron Hernandez situation
Yeah, with who?
with Taylor Swift.
Oh shit!
That
yeah,
was
they're
funny.
actually planning that. The people who are writing it.
TMZ posted dude, all those fucking TikTok brained adults now, they're so cooked. So are their kids that are not getting raised anymore because they're on their parents are on TikTok all day. So TMZ posted this morning a picture of Travis Kelce looking depressed on the bench, even though his team won. Like it's just a picture of him looking tired, and they're like one frame, and they're like a distraught Travis Kelce, or Travis Kelce looking distraught after Taylor a no show at his game, like.
As if he would fucking like not know what her schedule was.
Yeah.
It's just so funny.
She's very busy.
And like,
but
but
all
she's
these
also
people-
supposed to go to every game.
Here's the thing, though. All these fucking 40-year-old moms were replying saying, well, no, duh, we saw the script leak. They're breaking up on the 28th.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody's so smart. People who are just
The
like
script
hang-
leak.
they just have their mouth hanging open all day, smoking
Mhm.
cigarettes, just
Mhm.
scrolling through TikTok. Like, yeah,
Kind of
yeah,
person who's
I know the
only-
real stuff.
The only cardio they ever get is when their fucking little poopy-eyed dog gets out of the fence 4 times a week.
Yeah,
I would say the most cardio they get is from a coughing fit.
Oh, that's very true, Tom. Oh.
Yeah,
He's
that's-
suing her now? Did I see that correctly today?
Who, Loom?
No, RFK.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
thinking-
no,
I was
Loom
thinking
was
Lumineers.
also
Yeah,
sexting
Loom.
with Olivia Nuzzi.
Yeah, I guess Olivia Nuzzi was like, according to something I saw, she was like spamming nudes at him, and he didn't really bite. And then I don't know.
I don't bite that because
Where
it
are these
seemed
reporters
like
when I
he-
was president?
He's a horny guy. It's not like he has impulse control. Like he sees a dead animal and he's like, "Oh, I want to
I gotta
fuck
fuck
it.
it.
I gotta fuck this dead binturong that I found on the road."
They said he may sue, according to the New York Post. Like, and then of course this story just comes straight from him, and as a way to be like, "Well, no, I wasn't just cheating on my wife a whole bunch."
Yeah, to get in the news because he wants
yeah.
people to vote for him because the more people vote for him, actually I don't even know.
No, he wants people.
He wants
yeah,
people to. It depends on
He
the
wants
state.
people
I
to
think.
not vote. Yeah, so he's adding his name in New York to hopefully try and steal like people in New York, and then he's trying to get his name taken away in like North Carolina and different states if he
Yeah.
thinks it'll help Trump. But in this story, apparently, like he's saying that she would like text him too much, and so he blocked her number, and then she'd message him on like another app and be like, "Hey, I have this like important breaking story about you.
Epic
like,
Games.
you need to unblock me."
PlayStation.
And so he unblocked her, and then she would send him like videos and pictures of herself. And then, according to him, he would block her again. But then he tricked
Well, I'm
her
hard.
at the same amount of time, and it kept happening over and over again. So it's all bullshit. He's just lying.
Did she sing him "Happy Birthday" in a sexy voice? That's the way to a Kennedy's heart. Oh, it's so hot. I love
I-
it.
that's the way to a really
Happy
great.
birthday. It's not even my birthday, but it still makes me so hard.
So that's like, I think it's all just conjecture. Like, oh, here's his side of the story where he's totally innocent, by the way, and definitely has not ever cheated on his wife with many different women, including his current wife.
Yeah, a politician wouldn't do that.
No,
No.
a Kennedy would never do that.
Yeah, Kennedy
First and
especially.
foremost. Kennedy,
They are
has
loyal to their
values.
family.
Morals. They're good guys.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Ugh. His.
Fucking him.
I
can-
I'm just
I can
thinking
imagine.
about-
I've been doing.
I want to
it.
be like a Binturong or a Hyrax and get fucked by him.
Yeah, I want to be like a blue tummied lizard.
Or like a
Just
sun bear from
Get
China.
put inside of him. Ooh,
A Komodo dragon.
Ooh,
I feel like
okay.
his penis would snap like a sausage if it got hard.
Do you think he's ever fucked a Tasmanian devil?
Yes, of course he has.
Do they have those in the wild still? Like, can you go to Tasmania and find a devil to
Mhm.
fuck?
I think if you're a Kennedy, you can.
Yeah, I guess if you have the connections, you can get pretty much
Yeah.
anything. Like they used to be moonshiners. In the
Mhm.
modern version of moonshining is probably bushmeat.
Mhm.
Mm.
Or fucking an animal.
Oh, on Wikipedia, there's a picture of a Tasmanian devil eating roadkill. So that might be that's their meet cute. That's how they meet up because they're both like fighting over the same
That's
roadkill.
why he grabbed the bear.
They're both trying to eat the same sun bear on the side of the road, like the lady and the tramp eating the spaghetti.
RFK Jr. calls Jenna bushmeat.
Mm.
What's up,
Yeah.
And
bushmeat?
Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
He fucked Barbara. He called her Barb.
Barbara Bush.
Barbara Bushmeat's like a racist guy's cod name.
Oh man. Okay, so I want to. People are pissing me off. Robbie P2 vlogs, pick Rob as we know.
Oh
him.
yeah, you kicked a
He-
hornet's nest. His shooters
Yeah,
came for you
it's
today.
great. I it's been great, and I've been trying to fight with everybody just because I've been up all
I
day.
noticed.
I've been in the mood to cause a lot of fights and cause some problems and just quote tweet everybody until they block me. But Pick Rob, he tweeted at Coca-Cola. Can you please make a full sugar version of your Oreo Coca-Cola? Not everyone is a fan of zero sugar. Which is like objectively very funny that this 450-pound pedophile is like sad there's not a full sugar version of a Coca-Cola that they like temporarily
He's a full sugar
released.
virgin.
Yeah. Like, oh, use some of your blood, man. And so I just posted a screenshot of that and said, come on. And then apparently baby Twitter got upset because it's all just like, aspartame is so bad for you. Oh, it hurts my tummy. It makes me feel bad.
yeah.
It gives me a headache.
It's the
Fuck
most
you.
annoying shit in the fucking world.
You're repeating shit that Rush Limbaugh was saying in 1993 that was
Yeah.
pushed by Big Sugar.
In your aunt
It's
that's
so good.
650 pounds. It's like millions of people die every year because of sugar and
Yeah,
because of
it's-
obesity related conditions. That is like the number one thing is people eating high fructose corn syrup and eating too many calories. And that's what causes all the deaths. And if you look up how many deaths have been caused by aspartame or sucralose, it's 0. You
Yeah.
can't even find one. You can't even find a single one. So people are like, well, I heard, my aunt told me that there was someone who like got sick from eating aspartame or something. So I think instead we should only drink the thing that's killing millions of people a year verifiably.
Yep.
The guy that was up all night doing coke said
Oh, that
that,
guy rocked,
is
man.
actually bad for you.
That
And
guy.
That guy
I
was
wish there was a
amazing.
version of Coke where it was just sugar.
That guy
Yeah.
was up drinking and doing lines on a fucking Sunday morning or Sunday night into Monday morning, doing good.
Can you guys not cut my shit with Sweet and Low anymore?
Yeah.
I tweeted
was
that at
crying at that
7:30 a.m. and like he quote tweeted me and like I went and saw his page and I was scrolling back through it and it was just like tweet like 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago, 50 minutes ago, hour like and then all the way back to like 9+ hours. He's just up all night tweeting to nobody.
could have been
And-
Australian.
I don't know about that. Could have been. I doubt that
No,
because
he wasn't. I found him. Just kidding.
he just talked about. I can't read the tweet that I screen capped that he ended up deleting.
Got a
'cause it's
slur in it.
Yeah,
It's
it
got
did.
the F slur
Yeah.
in it.
It said I'm not some
He's
sort of
like,
health bleep.
Health. Then all I did was agree with someone. Jesus Christ! I did a few bumps not even 2 hours ago, and this is 7:30 in the morning, and he's just up all night. And
Hey
then
guys,
someone
do your
else.
own research. I'm high
Someone-
on coke and alcohol, by the way.
Yeah, someone quote tweeted him saying that this guy is right, talking about Robbie P2, and that guy was like, I drink alcohol. And then he replied, same here, bro, almost daily.
Yeah.
No shit. The guy tweeting all day.
Well,
all
but
night
you don't
long
want
is fucked up.
the aspartame killing your neurons though.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's
no,
like,
no.
like the average person that tries to scare you about aspartame, they're doing it while smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, it's all the fatties who are like, oh, can't have that. That's unhealthy.
I was
Yeah,
so
it's
happy.
unhealthy.
I was so happy when I saw that guy was up all night drinking and doing coke. So I'm like, man, I thought these guys like on Twitter at least went extinct in like 2017, but they're still there.
Mhm.
It
They're
reminds
still
me
there.
of
They still hang out.
it reminds me of Incest Guy doing that same thing and then telling everybody he loves them. And I'm like, why am I talking to a guy named Incest Guy? I'm trying to work.
That guy turned out to not have any siblings.
Oh,
I
what
know,
a
that's-
liar.
Like he had a very small family. It was
I
kind
guess
of
that's
bullshit.
the only way it's acceptable to have that name.
Yeah, because it really is just a fantasy. There's nothing
I
you
wish
can do.
I had a sister to fuck.
Yep.
But I'm
Mom, have
still,
you and Dad
like,
ever
people
thought
are
about getting
still-
divorced and getting some siblings for me?
I know you guys
are.
are in your 60s now, but medical science has come a long way, and maybe you could do like IVF or IUD or whatever it's called.
I it's been very funny. It's been really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Getting
Like, that's just such an embarrassing opinion to die on the hill of. Like, the Oreo flavored Coca-Cola, it doesn't have enough sugar in it. There's one with an artificial sweetener, and they need to put 100 grams of high fructose corn syrup so it can be sweet for me, because I don't like this. It is still sweet, but it's in a slightly different way that I don't
Yeah.
like, and it needs to be exactly how I want it. It needs to be Goldilocks perfect, the sweetness in the Oreo Coca-Cola. It's like, God damn, we need a famine. We need a famine to just starve everyone to death.
These people need like real fucking problems. There's real
Yeah.
problems in the world, and you're sitting here getting so mad that like there's no full sugar. It's not even sugar, man. It's just fucking corn syrup. It's just corn syrup. We don't even have cane sugar soda.
You gotta troll those
fucking
people.
morons.
You gotta do the Matt Brady and do the fucking all the zero jokes about how you enjoy
Yeah.
Coke Zero.
They
Oh,
added
I
a
got
one
zero
to it.
problems. I got zero problems.
I was quote tweeting them with babies on computers, and then they would get very mad. Like the one guy blocked, like he made a whole post, and he was like, "Do you actually want to engage with me, or are you just going to be an arrogant jerk?" And then he blocked me. And then I have somebody else in my DMs saying that because I'm quote tweeting them, there's a bunch of my followers are DMing them with nasty things to say, which is not true. Like no one's gonna.
Yeah, I
fucking
don't
do
think
that,
that's
so
true.
I'm not
Maybe
even-
like
no,
one
it's
person.
not. It's a
but-
fake. Nobody even did
No,
that.
I
So
actually
don't
was
give a
telling-
shit. And also, like, I
That
don't
shit just
care.
doesn't
You
even
think
work
that-
anymore. Like, they used to work
No,
10
I
years ago
care.
where someone would get in an argument and then be like, well, 1,000 people just sent me death threats and pictures of my house. And it's in my email, and I'm not going to take a screenshot of it or explain who it was or report it to the police or do anything about it. But you just have to believe that that happened and it's your fault.
And it's also somehow, if I'm just quote tweeting you with a picture of a baby on a laptop, somehow that's like causing this issue. No, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah, I guess they have
I don't
actually
fucking care.
Yeah.
zero problems, huh?
Like people saying, you should never give me any attention because people are going to harass me. Like,
but I'm gonna
If you
keep
give me
quote-tweeting
any
you.
sort of platform whatsoever, if you like acknowledge my existence, it's going to lead to everyone who sees it harassing me. And that's your fault. That's not because I'm saying some stupid shit. Because I'm like fucked up at 4 a.m. defending the Oreo Coca-Cola.
It's like walking up and seeing somebody say something, or you just overhear it, and you start getting in his face, their face about it. Then they put their fist up to hit you, and you go, "I'm just some guy.
You have more followers than me.
Oh no!
Don't hit me. I'm a nobody."
That man, nothing pisses me off more than when like
When they fold,
people say that. Yeah, well, people say that shit like you have
Yeah.
more followers than me. Like when you're just like, okay, but you quote tweeted me, so I'm gonna quote tweet you with a single image, and if that makes you so upset, then fucking don't bother interacting with anybody ever again. Just
Yeah,
quit.
don't
Just
reply to
quit being
people with more
online.
followers than you then. If you're so worried about it, because you can clearly you're able to see it.
also stay mad. Also,
That's just what Twitter
Mhm.
is now. It's like it was mostly
Yeah.
like that before, but with the new engagement bait and the blue checks and the new algorithm, it's all just trolling.
Mhm.
It's all just 4chan style trolling. It's all carnivore
Yeah.
Aurelius type shit. So
you
like
mad?
I
Yeah.
don't get coming on Twitter and being like, this is supposed to be a safe space where no one yells at you. Like this is the Nazi website for 4chan arguments. Where do you think you are?
You could literally just do the thing too, where you're like, "Oh, so you agree with this big fat pedophile that keeps gaining
Yeah.
weight because of this?
This guy that
Yeah,
lives with his
I-
parents and is like barely mobile.
Who
and
doesn't
he
even
can
live with
barely
his
That's
parents?
gonna-
He lives in like his closet, subsidized apartment."
That guy's right. That stuff doesn't have enough sugar in it.
Hey,
Someone
big
actually
news
did
for
that.
him. He's returning to school for another degree.
Hey,
yeah.
perfect. Someone actually did that and said like, "Oh yeah, like I'm gonna side with the." It's interesting that they sided with the morbidly obese pedophile here, and then someone else replied and it was like, so that's like saying you can't drink water because Hitler drank water." It's
That's
so
awesome.
cool, man.
It's like saying you can't drink
Uh,
Coca-Cola Oreo mashup zero sugar just because Hitler drank it.
I mean, it would be more like it would be like if Hitler died from drinking too much water. Like if that was the way he died, like hold your pee for a Wii, the radio contest. It would be like
You're
if
so
Hitler
sad.
died that way in the bunker. He's just like, I'm gonna drink so much water that my stomach
Yep.
explodes.
He was doing hold your poo for no Jews.
Like if you agreed with Hitler about drinking water, and that was the case, then like yeah, that would kind of that would detract from your point.
Hitler died because he was drinking full sugar Cokes. He's trying to weigh 1488.
Yeah, he was drinking Fanta.
Yeah.
The Fanta in Europe has so much less sugar than the Fanta here.
That way you need to add more sugar.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit, and it's like they're
Yeah,
probably like
it sucks.
putting aspartame, or even though there's isn't aspartame in it, if soda has less than 100 grams of sugar, it's actually neurotoxic.
Do you know what has plenty of
they
sugar? in it?
actually can
The full
reduce your
sugar,
brain.
the full sugar Fagos will get you right with the sugar. If you pour one
Oh,
of those
that's
out
true.
and it dries, it looks like candy melted.
You know what's a really good idea is mixing that with some
Crown
Royal.
Royal
Apple
apple.
Yeah, something that
Apple
already has
Crown.
fruit flavor
Apple
and sugar in it.
Croin.
Apple Crown.
Croin Roy apple.
What do you guys use as a mixer for Four Loco?
Croin Roy apple.
Some
When I drink
coffee.
a whole cotton candy Four Loco, I use Fanta as a mixer because it's not sweet enough.
some corn. I add my own corn syrup.
Yeah,
Oh man, why can't they make real sugar Four Locos? This fucking sucks.
I dump out
Ugh.
half my bottle of coconut milk, and then I dump grape Four Loco and shake it up.
well
Healthy.
they actually do have cane sugar Four Locos in Mexico, and they call them Cuatro Crazy,
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That sounds great.
and they're really good
You
for
know
you.
what? New live show in Mexico. We need some Quattro Crazies.
Yeah, the guys who built my house were all drinking those, and that's why it's crooked.
Dude, if we were four Latinos, we give a podcast called Four Locos.
Four Loco Blanco Gringos,
Yeah. If only
Blanco Gringo Americanos.
four white devils. Wow, we have all these new subs. We got a lot of downloads on our episode this week. It's weird.
Hell yeah, dude.
Whoa, they're all
Yeah.
from suburbs of Houston and Dallas. It's weird.
Oh, we're big in Texas.
We should do like a
Wow.
white version of La Raza, and it's called The Race. We're not saying it's better or worse than the other races. It's just the race.
Yeah.
It just is.
It just
No,
is the
we-
race.
No, we get in trouble because we say like Ohio State people, the race.
The race.
Oh fuck, no, not like that.
Trademarking it.
I meant it like the Buckeyes.
I don't think the other races are even races. I think there's just white people and then everybody else.
Yeah, they said I could join La Raza if I learn a little more Spanish.
There's one gender and there's one race, and we're all part of it.
Yep, human.
The monogendered shud. There's only one gender, you fucking F slur.
All women are men. All blacks are white. All whites are black. It's all one thing.
Yeah, that's what the Finger 11 song's about.
Oh wow.
One
Paralyzer?
Yeah.
Oh, no, one thing.
thing. Paralyzer? No, the song
Paralyzer.
called One Thing. What if I was like, oh, I don't know.
Paralyzer was about a really cool trampoline that paralyzed anyone who jumped on it.
Mhm.
And they would use it to punish people at their
A
school.
haunted trampoline.
That was the Hudson's trampoline. Eventually, when all the padding like blew away and fell off, we didn't replace it,
Mhm.
and there was no net, so just the springs and the mat. You better be a fucking. That's like the black diamond of
Man,
That's
yeah,
like
it's
the black
like
diamond of trampolines.
I hated going to a house and it was like that where there's just like no padding on the
I'm
springs.
exaggerating. Yeah, we had our padding. Thank God.
Yeah, like you'd go to a place and like you just see it.
That
and,
was
like,
the
man, like
worst.
just getting on it, like it pinches your skin.
Mhm.
It feels like shit.
The people that would have the no padding also had that shit out in the middle of like no trees or anything in a field, with,
Mhm.
so it's hot as motherfucking shit.
Yeah, the plastic would get all dry and cracked.
When you fall and you don't hit a tree.
Andrew and I have our cousins out in Howell, and their dad buried their trampoline down to like so it's just ground level. So you just
Mhm.
run and flip and keep running. It's so sick.
Putting it flat at ground level, it just doesn't do anything.
Putting it like slightly underground level, so when you try to run, you fall and hit like the ground right
Yeah,
to your shin. Just
like
eat
how-
shit.
Like when Andrew and I would dig the giant holes at the beach. So
Yeah.
people would be walking,
Yeah.
they just disappear into it.
My parents punished us by using our trampoline as weed fabric. They took it off and they buried it as weed fabric.
Dude, Andrew and I almost got our fucking grandparents in trouble with the HOA because of those big ass holes. It was like the busiest beach day of the year, and we kept digging those monstrosities. And these little kids be walking out all slow, scared to like get the cold water on them, and all of a sudden they would just go because there's a big ass 2.5 foot hole. Or like dads running out really fast and just twisting their ankle in it, falling in.
It's their fault. No one can see it. It just looks like they're stupid.
Yeah.
Beaches were awesome. You know how many people
Oh,
have
I love the
died
beach.
though from getting collapsed into holes?
Not
Where
enough.
They get buried up
Yeah.
to their neck. They get buried up to their
More.
neck, and their fucking friends can't get them out, and they end up suffocating.
Yeah, then their friend tries to fuck him.
It usually
Get to the
happens.
mouth fuck.
My stepbrother got stuck in a hole.
It usually happens where they just keep digging a big ass hole
Mhm.
until it's so deep that they can't get up, and then the sides collapse, and their friends can't dig them out because it's all soft from just
Mhm.
being dug. So
Well,
fucked.
and like they make the mistake of like standing up and like getting dug like that, where you're supposed to like just lay on your back, and that's
Yeah.
where like your head. So it's like,
bro, who's
super,
digging a hole that deep
like,
anyway? That's
superficial.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But like,
Oh, that
this
reminds
shit's-
me of-
what an
but
annoying hole.
little kids will do it, and the hole's not even that big, and then
Yeah.
they're still fucked.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
That reminds me of an idea I had for a porn parody that was based on that story of the guy who gets stuck in the cave upside down.
Mhm.
Ooh,
And people post the picture and say it gives them anxiety. But the guy's brother is the one who came and found him and tried to get him out. And wouldn't it be
Mhm.
interesting if the guy tried to fuck him? Like a guy stuck in the
Mhm.
washing machine?
Mm.
Step-
Like if he
Stepbrother.
just started like trying to
your brother
feel
couldn't
him
make
up.
it, but your stepbrother's here.
No, my brother's stuck in a cave and I can do pretty much whatever I want.
I gotta worm my way through here.
I'm thinking about getting him pregnant.
No.
Having a family with him.
I'm thinking about greasing his way out with cum.
That'd be such a bad way to die. I would just say, can you at least get a gun and shoot me through my ass?
Mhm.
Yeah, getting fucked by your brother while you're suffocating in a cave.
Yeah.
Like I tried to save you,
part.
dude.
Yeah, that would
This
be the
is
worst
plan
way
B.
to die. I'm gonna save you. We're gonna dig our way out of here. I just gotta push you through.
I just got to get this nut off first, so I'm not distracted.
I was reading updates on the Chilean miners, the 33, as they
Mhm.
call
Are they
them.
still in there?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, some of them went
Uh,
back. They missed it.
Some of the
No, but,
okay.
They're all at odds now and fighting over like who actually did what and the stories
Hmm.
they've told. Because there's been movies about them and stuff, of course, like South American publications.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, none of them are friends now, which is sad. I'm sure some of them are, but it's bound to happen.
Probably.
some
I mean,
assholes
if you
in the
got
bunch.
stuck, you got stuck with that many people in like a traumatic
It is
experience. Like I
fucking-
wouldn't even want to fucking see them.
It's insane to think about how long they were down there, from
Yeah.
August to fucking September, or August to
Mhm.
October.
Miss my
Yeah, that
fucking birthday.
blows.
Pissed me off. I was
Yeah.
friends with all of them.
Yeah,
Not one of them called me.
I remember looking back at like an event line of all the shit they missed, and it wasn't very much. It was like some Kim Kardashian news, and then some. Yeah, wasn't much.
I mean, maybe they missed a Diddy party.
Yep.
Yo,
Diddy
Diddy
party.
crashed out.
Right?
Did he crashed out because he ran out of Riz?
The funniest shit I could think of is just walking into a party or a chat room and saying, "Hey, everybody, I got the baby oil. Who wants to fuck me for the Diddy party?"
Yeah. Who wants to be my victim? I'm Jeffrey Epstein.
Everyone fucking
Going over to like
roaring laughter.
you're like your coworker's house to like watch football on Sunday. It's like 1:30, and like you come from the bathroom after digging around for 15 minutes with the baby oil. Hey, I'm Diddy.
Dude, are you Diddy? He's got kids. Dude, what the fuck is this Diddy shit? Why's there baby oil in your bathroom? It's the baby size too. Like
Yeah.
the Johnson & Johnson shit. It's so
It
funny.
was in the baby's room.
Yeah.
I had to go
It's ripped out of a
to
gift
the
bag.
nursery.
See in a dog crate? You're doing some Diddy shit.
It's a gift basket. You can hear him unwrapping the cellophane.
Someone comes over to your house, sees Usher. Oh, what are you doing? Some Diddy shit?
Fuck. It's such a dumb fuck joke. It's so cool. Doing like Diddy party
Oh, it
jokes at
rocks.
Christmas to just your old ass relatives.
Thinking back to being 14, the things that I thought were funny were like Brian Peppers and Pedo Bear
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I
when
never
I was
thought
in like
Pedal
8th
Bear.
grade.
Yeah.
I never thought Pedal Bear was funny because the guys that thought it was funny were always just fucking like. They all look like Rapazoid at 13.
Yeah, you were like 18 at the time. Like,
Yeah, I was way too
once
old
you're
to
once you're like
know.
actually like an
The
adult,
guys
or
that
you're
love
like,
Pedal
yeah.
Bear, it was literally like teenage Rapazoids that were like,
yeah, this is awesome. But yeah, when I
Nasty.
was 13, like it was. So I like it makes sense why they're really into Diddy. Kids just love
Yeah.
Diddy.
Yeah, they do. They love his.
I would-
He's made so many hits.
it's like a stupid ass joke, but it's like the same shit as adults doing Epstein. They're doing Epstein shit still.
Oh yeah, of
All those
course.
guys that moved on to Diddy now, they're so happy. There's a new guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm sick of him. We need a new one.
Can
Isn't
people
he-
please
well,
stop doing
I-
the fucking posting every celebrity with Diddy though? He took a picture with everyone ever.
Yeah, I found a picture of him with Harvey Weinstein.
Oh no,
Yep,
Harvey,
Harvey. No, dude.
you're going down, dude.
Why don't people talk about
Uh,
him?
You
A
know what we
Weinstein
need to
party.
talk about? we need to talk about Edward Preach.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
we do.
that?
That
is
can't be his
Dr.
real name,
Witnesser's- That is his new persona is Edward Preach.
I was the first one to
he-
post about it this morning when he switched over.
So you
It was
got
right on my
Yeah.
disbarred
phone.
or whatever? What's the medical version of that?
That's a good question.
He got
Uh,
Diddy partied.
Lose your medical
Go!
license. I don't know if there's like a word for it like that.
But So
is
he
that his real name?
rebranded-
That can't be his real name.
no.
No.
So it's a because Edward or wait, who is Teach or something like that?
Teach.
Wasn't that a pirate? Yeah, like
Some shit
Yeah,
I
like
don't know,
Edward
it's
that.
not his real name.
Yeah, that's why I was asking because there are people with names. Yeah, is it like a play on that?
I think so. He rocks, but like it's amazing. The image that he posted and that's like his header and his new rebrand because that was 4 days ago. He ditched the Dr. Witnesser shtick because of Dr. Disrespect getting canceled and having to like answer to that again and again and again.
He gave up dick riding him when Dr. Disrespect
Yeah.
didn't come back and was like, "You're streaming with me, you fat bastard, for supporting me through all this shit."
Thank you for defending me.
Yeah. And now
I got you.
Dr. Disrespect's back
Got you,
streaming and
fuck
he
up.
never mentioned him, so he's like, "Fuck this. I'm
Yeah,
Edward
whatever.
Preach now."
His most recent video has 22 views.
Yeah, I mean,
So
he
that's
gets no
pretty.
views.
Like
fucking
at that
loser.
point, I would just quit. If you're that old and you've been at it for that long, like he's been doing this for like 7 years.
If you watch the stream, you can see his wife with her real job behind him for the whole thing. Awesome.
Oh, cool.
okay. Like it's really. I don't think it's gonna work out, man. You've been trying for a long time, and
He
22
can't even
views
spell
on a
his own
video.
religion. He says Seventh Day Adventist in his bio.
Oh, he's one of those people.
Seventh. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
SDA.
seventh.
They were based on the people who thought it was the end times every week
Well, it is to
in the
him. That's why he's
1800s,
saying
and
it.
they would keep changing the date, and then
That's
it wouldn't
probably why he
happen. And
fucking
then like
eats like that.
some of them split off and became Seventh Day Adventists.
Those fucking doomsday people are like, well, if it's fucking end times anyway, I could fucking have more McDonald's.
Yeah, well, you know what? I could have seconds.
I got
It's the end
fucking
times.
banned by those Twitch fucking pussy queers because I made fun of a Muslim kid, and I'm so pissed. I'm going to Hardee's.
And you can't stop me.
You can't
Could
stop
be the
me,
end of the
hon.
world.
Bye,
I
honey.
need my calories.
When I
one
get
of
back,
the-
we're gonna try to have a kid.
One of the two replies to him, like his whole little paragraph with his new name, was the one reply is easier to remember. Thank you, sir.
Is it?
No, it's not.
No.
Edward Preach versus Dr. Witnesser.
Edward Preach. I'm gonna call him Edward
Also,
Lunch.
Like you can't do that once you came back because he quit and like was like, I'm done streaming, I'm done making content, blah blah blah, and then came back. Same Dr. Witnesser. Why wouldn't you do that like when you first come back?
he's done
I'm
that-
starting over new.
It's his first big rebrand, but he's re-rolled.
Yeah, but he quit all the
He's
time.
re-rolled like 4 times.
Yeah, he quits all the time because like he gets no views, like you said. So
Yeah, it's like vlog shit.
why not?
He has
Yeah.
a fake job too. He says he's a pastor and he's not.
No,
Yeah.
probably some sort of lay pastor where it's like you sign up for the church and you can just be a pastor. Like we're all pastors.
Yeah, you can get like a license probably.
Yeah,
where,
it's the
like,
type of thing
oh,
you're-
I can like
It's everything
marry
your gay
people.
friend gets a printout of so they could do your wedding. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
he's the man. I love him.
Edward
He's,
Preach.
I wish him nothing to. Edward Preach, we're gonna have you on.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Don't you? I love when gaming and Christianity go together. Hand
He's
in
wearing
hand.
his
Yeah,
wearing his Daniel Powder beanie.
I think you should try to do that in real life, like at concerts
Mhm.
or at wrestling events or football games or something. Like
Mhm.
just talk to people at tailgate parties or like the people next to you in the seats. Like, have you heard about Jesus Christ? Because that would probably work better than just trying to do it in COD lobbies. Being like,
Mhm.
have you heard about our Lord and Savior? Like, fuck you, bitch! I'm muting you. Shut up.
I'm gonna
Just
troll
like
these.
the most toxic places. That's where you're gonna convert people.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna come at these teenagers sideways about God.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them they're gonna burn in hell. They're gonna love that.
Hey, you little
They're gonna
sinful
really
shits.
change their mind.
Hey, you sinful
also,
little
like,
bitches. I'm here.
It's clearly not something that anybody even wants to watch or care about. Like
No,
when he
does,
popped
doesn't
off,
even get hate
quote unquote.
watchers.
Yeah, exactly. Like he had hate watchers, but it was like 200 views, 300 views on the video.
It was a bunch of kids who went to college and forgot about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's another one of those
They grew
guys where
up.
he's too boring to be a lol cow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like he just sucks. He's like he streams COD for 3 hours and isn't that
Mhm.
good and isn't really that funny or interesting. He's just some guy, just a white guy who plays Call of Duty, and he's
Yeah,
annoying.
just a very boring guy who just bothers people. And it's like, okay, like who cares? There's
Yeah,
like a million of you.
A boring guy with the most boring religion where they're not allowed to have any fun. That's like one of those no birthdays, no smiling, no love, and inshallah.
Inshallah. Inshallah. That's what I need. I just need some love.
Oh, wallahi, time for a cigarette. Muslim fahi. Fatwahi.
Fatwahi.
Surprised it's the first time we got to that one.
Well, we don't talk about them much anymore. So.
Yeah, I guess he can't feel his legs anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's
Hey,
not
could he feel 'em
that's not
before?
anything to do with smoking, by the way, dumb fuck. So don't even say
Oh,
that.
Yeah, and he's not. I don't think he can get to
I
the
almost
car
said
anymore.
that.
He has a nurse coming to his
He
house
blamed his legs on the hospital.
Wait a minute. He can't get to the car. Where does he smoke?
inside.
Big issue.
They just
He's an
let him
inside
smoke
smoker
inside.
now. So now all the dogs are smokers too.
Yeah, that's awesome. I don't know why they can't just let him go cold turkey. Like if I was the one working to buy his cigarettes and he was just sitting there and like every time it's time for him to like take care of himself or do anything, he's like, oh, rah, rah, and he does the opposite. I would just say, fuck you. Like, what is he going to do? He's going to sit there like, hey, I need my cigarettes.
No, you need this fucking salad, moron.
Like, what is he going to beat your ass? Just don't give it to
Maj
him.
is gonna start making sandwiches, slicing off a little bit of his leg at a time, like lunch meat. We're handing out sandwiches to the homeless.
Come on.
And he said he wiped out in the parking lot on the way to the clinic.
There's gonna be a movie about Maja, about this woman who started losing her mind and feeding her son-in-law, her waste of a life son-in-law, to the homeless, little bit by little, and she's gonna be played by John C. Riley. She's gonna fuck.
Yeah.
He's gonna fuck up cutting up. He's just gonna be look. They're not even doing any makeup. They're just gonna give him longer hair, and he's gonna be fuck up slicing up his leg and be like, "Yeah, it seemed okay."
That would make me so angry if I was a homeless person. Like they give like nasty sweaty ham sandwiches that they made with
Yeah.
dirty hands that smell like cigarette smoke. They give like 3 of those to a homeless shelter and film it, and they're like, "Oh, we're reaching out, we're giving back to the community." Like I
Yeah,
would be
that
so
sucks.
angry as a homeless person to see this
Yeah.
guy who's like he just smokes 500 cigarettes a day, doesn't do anything. He's living off his parents and his wife and his wife's parents. He's like a guy that if he didn't have that family, he would have been homeless and just dead.
Well, that's what I like. If
I'd
I
be
was
happy
there,
for the sandwich.
if I was there as like an impartial viewer, I would just be like, "Oh, is that guy returning them?"
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Like every
don't
single
like her?
homeless person that they talk to is more responsible and has like better hygiene than Fatty. But they don't get to live in a house because they
I'm
don't
laughing
have
thinking
like
about Fat He handing a sandwich.
infinitely tolerant parents.
And he's got his thumb just dug into it, like that one picture where the guy's holding the fuck out of the sandwich, but it's like going through the bag and shit too. It's Fatty. Here it go. Get hands it to him. It looks like a donut. Little white bread sandwich with a big hole in the middle. Inshallah.
Ah, God, man, that's disgusting.
Handing out hard candy with no wrappers.
Like the
Out of
issue
your
isn't
pocket,
really
put your lip on it.
starvation, I don't think, for those people.
Yeah. Not if they're going to like the shelter and
It's just awesome though that he's still going live trying to get money to. What are they spending on that? $2 out of whatever donations they get.
Yeah, it's
right.
like, why do you need to
Christ.
ask for donations to do that? To make like
I don't know.
6 ham sandwiches with Wonder Bread? Like, you don't have $10,
That's $1. It's not even 10.
and
Like,
then you're
they pro- I
supposed
mean,
to get the
like,
credit
yeah.
for it.
Well, they're trying to get back up and running with the streams again, so they can make some
Oh, gosh.
Do some giveaways. And
to give away extravaganzas.
I want to win a
Falling
ham
asleep-
sandwich in a giveaway.
Falling asleep saying giveaway extravaganza, I'd be crying.
yeah, it's just so fucked up on pain pills.
Oh, no wonder he wants to
Guys.
go live.
Hey, listeners.
If he goes live, it's either because he's fucked up on pain pills or his wife is mad at him and yelled at him because
I remember
he
that.
like ripped open his wound a 10th time that week, and he's like, "Well, I just need some love. I just need like some like crafty creatures to come in here and be like, hey, so I can pretend that my problems aren't happening."
Man, it's crazy to me. I have a child. I have a over 1-year-old baby, and those two wanted to have a kid together.
Yeah, they
And
went
look
into
at
like
what he's doing.
thousands and thousands of dollars of credit card debt paying for IVF
I work
over
so
and over again.
hard, like taking care of my daughter and making sure she's like doing good, and like those people, they can't even take care of dogs. They can just crate the
No.
dogs. What would they do with a baby? What would they do with a 1-year-old? Jesus
The baby would have
Christ.
just been gone. It would have just left.
Yeah.
Like the dogs.
Yeah.
It would have just been at a shelter. And like,
Just had to leave.
Yeah, it would have been the most
Someone just-
responsible baby of all time. The baby's just like 6 months old, just walking around feeding itself. Like,
Coming
yeah,
out like
I
the
kind of
baby
had
in
to
Terry's.
had to be on my own. I had
Father,
to learn a lot
mother,
of this
I
stuff
need
by
to
myself.
leave.
Mother and father, I'm getting a job.
I'm getting a job and I'm going to better my life. I will see you never.
Fuck, that will never happen.
It's like it's so hard. Like I love my daughter, but it's a lot of work to raise a kid. And anybody who does it, like kudos to you. But I just can't see them and the position they're in. Having that child like never stops him from like letting his foot just rot to the point where he can't walk and move it. No, nothing in his life, nothing you could have done for him like 2-3 years ago would stop him from getting to this point.
Yeah, he just doesn't
Even
give a
getting,
shit.
like, a
And the
bun-
family's like,
No.
oh yeah, whatever. He's just a big guy. He doesn't have to.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do what the doctors say, and we just have to drive him to the clinic 10 times a day, and it's okay because he's the big guy, and he just gets to sit there.
Tom, it's been 10 months. I was watching a random ass Outlaw video today on stream, and
Mhm.
there was like no comments on it, except there was a comment from Outlaw that was no one called on it or anything. It just out of nowhere, and he commented that was the time he said, "I have been doing YouTube for 6 years. Should I just have a family and become a father?"
Oh yeah,
My
when he
favorite.
found out I had a kid, and
Yeah.
he got like obsessed with the idea of having a child
Oh my
too.
God. His wife's probably like, "Hell
That was
no. I love
insane.
my toys and my snacks."
Like, imagine that man, even
No.
trying to have a baby.
No, he is a baby. He is a
Yeah,
2-year-old in like a 6'2" man's body.
He cannot use a fork. Like my daughter is 1 and can use utensils better than him.
I get so scared imagining him trying to hold a newborn.
How do you think the newborn
Mr.
feels?
Dexterity.
Just through he tries to take a bite out of it just through muscle memory. He just thinks it's like a big burrito in his brainstem
But like,
mentality.
but we watched the Thanksgiving family video where his like cousins are hovering over him while he tries to interview them. No shot any of them would ever give him a baby.
Fuck
and be
no.
like, yeah, here, Mike, hold the baby. And he's like, well, I remember G.I. Joe. Do you remember?
Pre-Humpty
Cobra
Dumpty
Crawl,
right there.
Skeletor.
Doing the Zoomer pre-shit. Pre-Humpty Dumpty when he holds the baby. Oh.
God, you know what? I hope he starts a
I dropped the
family.
baby. I broke the baby. Him just walking around saying that over and over like Rain Man while everyone's screaming. Yep,
You know what's
dropped
really
the baby.
annoying
Broke the baby.
is the clip you tagged me in where he like messes up and goes, fuck you, Tom. I haven't
yeah.
even been watching him in so long.
Okay, fun.
I've been way too busy to do
Funniest
anything,
thing-
and he still just fucking talks about
Funniest
me.
thing is you would have seen that video because we watched it last night on the Sunday stream, but your
Mhm.
baby's 6, so you weren't there. So again, everybody got to see him say, "Shut the fuck up, Tom," even though you're not there, which is the funniest one because it's just so rent free. And it's even better because he's making an impression where he's like, "I say filet mignon. Yes, I was
Yeah.
an idiot," and Tom would say, "And you still are." Shut the fuck up, Tom. But then he says filet mignon like 5 more times without trying. Like,
Yeah, and it's when he's eating cold DoorDash steak at the peak of COVID.
Oh my god.
he had a baked
man.
potato in this video, Tom, and he had a baked potato as a side. And when he's getting ready to eat the steak, he goes, "Oh, bacon for my filet mignon." And he takes the bacon that's for his baked potato and starts sprinkling it all over his steak. And he would cut the steak and go, "Bacon falling right off there." You have to stab his fork through it.
Turf and turf.
Fucking moron. And while
He's
he was-
so stupid.
he was on a TV tray, and when he started slicing his steak, he opened his big au jus container. So he starts doing his shake and shaking it back and forth, and all the fucking sauce goes all over. And it's just sitting there. Moron.
Such a weird thing to do, to DoorDash filet mignon from a steakhouse and then eat it on a TV table by yourself as a
It's
married
so
guy.
depressing.
And then eat the baked potato last.
Oh my god!
And the whole
Like, I
time he's
guess
thinking about
because
Tom.
It's cold.
Because he's like, he thinks it's your fault somehow that he's chewing with his mouth open and spilling it on
Yeah.
himself.
It is. It's my fault that
It's your
like,
fault for
people
noticing,
pay
like-
attention to that. Notice
Yeah.
and like find the fault in everything he does because he just can't hold a fork. He can't close his mouth. He can't like swallow. He can't do anything. Can't look at a camera.
I'm the king of Zelda games.
I'm the king of Zelda game.
I'm the king of Zelda games. It's quote.
Like 35 attempts to get through a tutorial, a combat tutorial.
Don't show yourself doing it. If you're that fucking bad at it and you don't like doing it and you don't
That's
want
like-
anyone to notice, then don't do it then.
But he acts like I'm making him do all this stuff.
You
like
are.
I'm sitting there being like, "Oh, you got to do it. I know you're so bad at it. You have like when I've been clearly saying, quit it."
Yeah, stop filming yourself eating food in your car. Do anything else.
Yeah, you don't even watch him now, and it's still not my fault though. It's still your fault.
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes he just like assumes it's me or like because you stream on Fridays, and so his brain is just like, "Well, Tom's on Friday, but Tom does it on Friday."
Tom's
and
off
it's like,
Camelot.
Yeah, Tom's not. Tom hasn't been on a Friday in months, but I am coming back for a day.
Brian hates me, so he might also be like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, Brian wants Brian. Oh no, Mr. Outlaw, that he's mine. That one's mine.
Ah.
Don't worry, Mr. Outlaw. I'll take care of him."
Yeah, they don't like when you don't play along with it. And
Yeah.
you're just like, I looked at the pictures of the motel your parents own and all the bugs and cigarette stains and stuff. Like, that's pretty
Yeah.
fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't appreciate it, and that's when they get the most mad.
He doesn't like hearing that he
it's
looks
fun.
like a silicone mask and that he's bad at his job. I don't know.
Like, I'm not trying to do a bit with you, man. Like,
Yeah.
you're fucked up, and you said you were a pedophile in a forum, and
Yeah,
your job is to,
multiple
like, throw
times
out
you
the
Yeah, I'm
cockroach
gonna go with
matches.
that. I'll go with that, Brian. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll stick to that. I'll just say you're a pedophile, and kind of leave it at that. I don't want to ever talk to you.
Yeah, I don't really want to do a collab with you, man.
Nope.
Cringy
Sort of,
pedo on here.
But hey, Pick Rob, reach out to us.
Yeah, Pick Rob, let's go, baby.
Yeah, Pick Rob, I want him to sit on my face.
I want to give you a full
Well,
sugar rub down.
I'm gonna be honest. I want him to face fuck me, just to grab him back of my head.
Yeah. I want him to do me soft.
Mm-hmm.
Let's shoving his cock in your mouth.
He's the type of guy who gets a boner and it gets
Yes.
smaller.
Oh. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the talk we
Mhm.
had.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Zero
This is
mentions
the
of
talk
poop.
that white people have to give their kids.
Yep. Remember,
That's
eat
right.
poop.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you.
Mhm.
Bye bye. Love
Bye.
you. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Sugar, oh honey, honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you, honey, oh sugar, sugar, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. I just can't believe the loveliness of loving you. I just can't believe it's true. I just can't believe the wonder of this feeling too. I just can't believe it's true. Ah, sugar.